Back at it with another video, you dig what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get right into this video so it can follow up behind the last video I just made. But charisma is so important, dog. Charisma is so important. I can't even put it into a simple sentence on how important it is. But it's probably one of the most important things to have as a man, bro. To really distinguish yourself in this world. You feel me? You gotta have that certain level of charisma, dog. Nobody really gonna take you serious. You know what I'm saying? Even if you, and I say this, even if you got that certain level, certain physique, certain body, you know what I'm saying? You got that certain job, you getting that certain income. If you ain't got that charisma to match with it, it's just like you still gonna get overlooked. Because regardless if you're attracting them on a primal physical level, it's nothing about your energy, your aura, your charisma is enticing to really pull them towards you, to really be magnetizing. You feel me? So when you start developing that charisma, automatically, I don't know what it is, but automatically you just start walking different. You start talking different. You just move different. You don't care what everybody think about you. You're not caring what the mass is saying. You're not wrapped up in small talk. Cause you done tapped into a different realm. I think when you heighten your charisma, you heighten your aura field. I think charisma and aura field kind of go hand in hand. Charisma just kind of how you carry yourself. You feel me? How you move around. And trust me, I tell you this, people can tell the difference when your charisma change. And women can tell first. You dig what I'm saying? They can tell first. Because I tell you this, and I didn't understand it until I really started understanding the principles behind charisma and aura fields. But a woman will not like you at first, but then she'll start liking you. And you'll probably be thinking, oh, she's just trying to fuck with me now because I'm, and that might be the case. But a lot of times, as you develop yourself, it wasn't just your resources that changed or your body that changed, it was your charisma as well. It was how you started carrying yourself, how you started moving, how you started, you know what I'm saying? Just everything about you started changing energetically wise, which also attracts them. You feel me? So but people, man, I tell you, boy, Atlanta drivers are something else, dog. So when you start moving in a certain way, it changes the whole game, man. It changes the whole game, dog. I tell you. So when you become charismatic within your spirit, and it starts protruding outwards, it starts giving off them pheromones. Y'all heard that, right? Okay. And it starts giving off them pheromones. You start attracting people. You start attracting business relationships, friendships, women way more interested in you. You feel me? Regardless, like I said, regardless of what you're wearing, and even sometimes regardless of how your body physique is. I know some guys who ain't got no type of build, no type of physique, but they got that charisma, dog. They got that charisma. And it's not many dudes like that, but I know some dudes like that who ain't even got that physique build. They ain't got their body together, but they got that charisma. They got that confidence. They walk with that confidence. It's not fabricated. It's real deal, true confidence coming from within. So when you moving with that certain energy, people can't help but notice it. Because we live in a day and age where not many men is walking around with that charismatic spirit. So not many men is really attracting people's eyes like that. Not many men is really moving about in certain ways. So that's why the ones that are, that's why they get so much of the attention, because the rest of the men are just like regular robots with battery packs in them. You know what I'm saying? the guys who are moving with that certain charisma, that level of charisma, they stand out so much because we're in such of a docile, weakened, estrogenized world, to where if you even moving with a little bit of charisma, a little bit of confidence, you're going to get attention. You're going to get eyes looking at you. And like I said in the last video, you mix that charisma with building up your body, your confidence right, your mind right, your spirit right, bro, you don't even got to focus. This is what I'm trying to tell, dude. You don't even have to focus on trying to chase women or get at women, bro. It's going to start just being in your presence. It's just going to be start to be attracted to you naturally, bro, because you're aligning with things that's at a high frequency. Being charismatic as a man is at a high frequency. It takes courage to do that because you're stepping outside of the norm. Being charismatic in today's age is not normal. You feel me? Being confident as a man in today's age is not normal. I'm not saying it's not a natural thing. Remember, we talked about this. I'm not saying being confident as a man isn't a natural thing, but it's been normalized to not be confident as a man. See how the video started to tie together? All this stuff tie together. So when you start tapping into that charisma, and you just go out and observe your surroundings and observe how people accept your spirit, accept your energy, or even is attracted to your energy. You're gonna see the difference. I seen the difference within myself. Like, you know, I was intelligent or whatnot, you know, I had a decent build, but I didn't really have that charisma that I knew I should have had. I knew I was a certain level of it. I knew I had that certain potential within me. I know I had that greatness within me, but I just couldn't tap into that greatness within me and tap into that level of charisma. You know what I'm saying? I was confident in myself, but I wasn't confident within myself to let it be my light or to let it protrude outwards. Like, I was confident within myself, but I was holding it back from letting it, you know, be my aura field type, if you get what I'm saying. So I was confident enough to tell myself these things, but I wasn't confident enough to wear it on my skin, if you dig what I'm saying. I wasn't really walking how in that certain sense, in that certain level of confidence, in that certain level of charisma. You feel me? I wasn't I don't get me wrong, I was still, you know, I stood on my 10. I moved around in a somewhat confident manner. I talked in a somewhat confident manner, but still, in a sense, it was still kind of meek, in a sense. So once I started tapping into my true level of confidence and my true potential, and I really came into contact of who I am and my greatness within, and I started tapping into my spirit, you know what I'm saying? Started getting into, you know, spirituality and really starting to let myself expand, allow myself to expand mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I was able to heighten my charisma. I was able to heighten my confidence. I was able to just tap into that different level of charisma. I was able to walk around, move differently, because I didn't only just think I was great. I knew I had greatness within me. So now it was a completely different energy that I was moving with. Even when I'm at my low points, I automatically move around confidently. So even when I'm not at my best, I still move around confidently because that's my default program now. My charisma is at a certain default program. So no matter how gloomy it look for me, my default program has been set at a high charisma now because I've developed myself to that point. So regardless of how low I get, you know what I'm saying? Even if I have my low points, I still move around with that certain level of energy, not on purpose, but just, you know what I'm saying? I've developed myself to that point. I've instilled that within me, you know? So, like I said, man, in that last video, you can have that drip on and all that, but that certain dude that come around with that white tee And the ladies know what I'm talking about when I say this. That certain dude who come around with that white tee and them sweatpants and them sweat shorts with them slides on, and he just got that certain energy about him, they gonna rock with him every time over the dude that's dripped up with the designer on sitting in the corner. Or even ain't even gonna say that, because that dude who's sitting in the corner sometimes is that charismatic guy and people are attracted to him. But y'all get what I'm saying? That dude who put all that designer on but not really confident inside, and he's thinking that him being so dripped down that's going to make up for his lack of charismatic spirit. When you start to understand that women feel energy on a different level, they feel your energy because they're naturally intuitive. They're naturally in tune with the planet. You know what I'm saying? Because they have that high level of feminine energy, and that comes with intuition. You dig what I'm saying? Now, some of them, their intuition be off because they're not really tapped into their higher self, to their spirit. So that's why some of their intuition off. But the ones who really tapped in with their spirit, they, you know what I'm saying, they balance within. They got their energies balanced. They're very intuitive. So naturally, women can feel energy naturally, whether they know it or not. They can feel energy. So that certain guy who just give them that rush up their spine, they don't know why. Like Ron Will say, Pookie and Ray Ray, he got that. It's the charisma, bro. And it's the thing with hood dudes. What I don't realize, it's not per se. And it's in a sense, I'll say this. In a sense, it's kind of about them being hood, because something from a female's childhood would attract them to that certain type of guy. But at the same time, it roots around charisma. A lot of hood dudes, I done been around it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been around hood dudes since I was a young guy. Like, I grew up in the hood, so I done seen how they move. It's the charisma that they move around with. It's the macho that they move around with. The confidence that they move around with. Now, whether some of them move around as a facade with that type of energy or not, that's besides the point. It's the level of charisma that they move around with. Now, I'll say this. You really want to be genuinely and authentically charismatic. You don't want to have to put on a front or whatnot. You want to be authentically confident within yourself. So that's the thing with a lot of hood dudes that is why it attracts women. It's the charisma about themselves, the confidence that the guys either have or show within themselves. Same thing with women and F boys. A lot of them, and I'll say this. The sex game plays a part. That plays a part. But we just speaking on charisma right now. We ain't gonna get into that. Charisma. A lot of F boys, and the reason why a lot of women like them is they charisma. It's just the energy about them. It's like they're not really pressed about her. So in a sense, it gives her that attraction to him. Because what I realize about a lot of women, they want you to pay attention to them, but they don't necessarily want you. A lot of them, they don't want you to be all over them. I say a lot of them because some of them are different. You know what I'm saying? Not all women are the same. So a lot of them, they don't want you all over them, or they want you to be attentive to them, but they also want you to have a main goal, or they want your attention to be on something, on the main thing first. But they want to be able to take your attention away from that main thing so they can feel like that main attention. Because I've been around women who say, oh, I want my guy all over me. But when they get that guy that's all over them, they can be kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So what I realize is a lot of them, they want you to have that main thing that your attention is to, whether it's your, you know what I'm saying, a project you're working on, or your work, or, something. But they want to be able to grab your attention away from it. You feel me? But that's a little side tangent. That's a little something that I've just noticed. You know what I'm saying? Anything I say on here is not absolute. It's just relative knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Nothing I say applies to every single situation. I'm giving y'all my perspective through my lenses and different paradigms that I think from. You feel me? But to wrap this up, man, bro, heighten your charisma, dog. You heighten your charisma, bro. You really ain't. That take away half of the game right there, bro. That take away half of the game. Cause a lot of dudes be trying to find secret ways to talk to women and where this, you know, scents are important. Don't get me wrong, scents are important. But so many dudes try to find certain ways to do this and certain ways to do that. But it's just like, bro, just develop your confidence, heighten your charisma, expand your aura field, strengthen your aura field, then expand it. Getting in the gym. Because getting in the gym, that, like I said in the last video, that heightens your charisma off GP. Just getting your body right, looking at yourself in the mirror, and you start to really like the build, the physique that you building. So now that starts to give you a certain level of confidence. And that starts to raise your charisma to a certain level. So now all of a sudden when you start walking with your chest out a little bit unintentionally, because your chest make you pop your posture out a little bit. You start walking with posture now. So everything that you doing now, you walking different. You know what I'm saying? You got that game face on. I'm not saying it's a scowl, but you just look focused. They feel that. Women not only see that, but they feel that. And it do something to them on an energetic and physical level. It's what we got to understand, bro. You want to hit them on the energetic and physical level. You don't want to just, you know, because all that, like I said, all that putting the drip on and whatnot, that's just like, that feeling she get from that is kind of temporary. Because you got to constantly keep putting that drip on for her to stay attracted to you. So you want to hit her on the level that's past her eyes. You know what I'm saying? And when I say past her eyes, yeah, she sees your physical. She sees your physical body through her eyes, but she feels it on a physical level. She feels your charisma, on an energetic level. She just see your drip as, you know, oh, it look nice. I give him a chance, but it ain't really on that deeper level. You feel me? You wanna touch women on a deeper level energetically. You want to hit them on a primal attraction level. Because once you do that, bro, your ball really in your court. So I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.